The F-35 Lightning II, a fifth-generation fighter aircraft, is known for its impressive landing capabilities, especially when operating from an aircraft carrier. Its carrier operations are made possible thanks to its advanced design. Watching an F-35 land on an aircraft carrier is awe-inspiring due to the precision required in the small moving space. As the aircraft approaches, it adjusts its speed and altitude, hovering briefly before gently settling onto the deck. The landing is controlled and smooth, demonstrating the aircraft's advanced avionics, sensors, and the skill of the pilot. Landing an F-35 on an aircraft carrier is a complex and highly precise operation that requires skill, training, and coordination with the carrier's crew. The specific steps can vary depending on the type of F-35, example F-35B or F-35C, but the general process for landing an F-35 on an aircraft carrier involves several key stages. Here's a breakdown of the procedure. First is to approach to the carrier positioning. The pilot begins by flying towards the carrier in a specific approach pattern, known as the break, where they loop around to line up with the carrier for a final approach. Glide path. The pilot aligns the aircraft with the carrier's landing area, ensuring the correct glide path using visual references and instrumentation, including the carrier's instrument landing system. Speed control. The F-35 speed is carefully controlled. For example, the F-35C carrier-based variant approaches at around 120 to 140 knots. Second step is the final approach visual references. The pilot uses several cues to ensure they are on the correct path. These include the glide slope indicator and the landing lineup indicator. The aircraft should also be visually aligned with the carrier's landing area. Throttle and flaps. The pilot adjusts the throttle to maintain the correct approach speed. The flaps are deployed for additional lift and stability. Tailhook deployment. The F-35C uses a tailhook to catch one of the arrestor wires on the carrier. The pilot prepares for this by extending the tailhook, a key feature for carrier landings. Third step is the final landing procedure touchdown. The F-35C, with conventional landing, touches down on the runway or landing area of the carrier. The aircraft's tailhook must make contact with the arrestor wires, which slow the aircraft down almost immediately. The pilot has to make sure the aircraft's main wheels touch the deck just before the tailhook engages the wires, ensuring a safe, controlled deceleration. Fourth step is the arrestor wires and stopping arresting the aircraft. For the F-35C, the tailhook catches one of the arrestor wires, which rapidly decelerates the aircraft. This is a high G stop and is a critical moment that requires precision to avoid damage to the plane. Braking. In addition to the arresting wires, the pilot may also engage the aircraft's brakes to assist in slowing down the plane once the tailhook has caught. Fifth step is taxiing to the catapult or designated area. Taxiing, after landing, the aircraft exits the landing area and taxis to a designated parking space or the catapult for another takeoff. There are other important considerations when the direction and speed of the wind are critical for landing on a carrier. Aircraft carriers sail into the wind for takeoff and landing to maximize lift and control.